Hello to the channel, welcome back everyone. Hope everyone's had a good weekend. Be glad to get rid of this international break, to be honest, as always. There we go. I actually managed to pick up a couple of rewards, which is good. Wee bit of heartbreak as well, but there we go. We'll run through it quickly. Just starting to record just before the rewards drop, hopefully. England stack only won a tier 4. Well, they did do pretty well overall, so there we go. Gutted for wee Gavi getting his ACL, so obviously not good for the team either, but 22nd, pretty good result overall. Sugawara playing, Trubin with a great score, and Szoboszlai with the captain as well. But yeah, hopefully Gavi's back on the men soon. That's a tough one. Speaking of tough ones, Billy Gilmore not getting on the pitch was a wee bit difficult as well. But yeah, nice to hit the cap, picking up a tier 3 there and hitting the cap as well. Just always frustrating when you've got, sort of 4 out of 5, which I'm going to see again in a minute. All-star rare. So again, strong performances overall. I think selections and everything have been good. So pretty happy with that. Just kind of feel as if I'm just kind of hitting the bar a wee bit at the moment. Picking up loads of wins, which is great, but just when it's kind of that chance for that sort of big podium, etc., or win, just not quite sort of getting there, but still rolling over loads of nice wins, which is good. This is a nice selection as well. Kulusevski a bit surprising against Estonia. I thought he would do a bit better in that game. Not really scoring that well at the moment in general, but with Maddison and everything out for Spurs, be hoping that he does a bit better. But yeah, a couple of guys pulling through really well. Lee Kangen playing very well today against China, and Taki, excellent as usual. This is the real sore one of the weekend. So, lovely team. 200s, Bosley, Jeremy Doku, 100 captain. Sugawara scored as well, so high 90, and then Ozako was benched. So it's pretty hard to call the rotation with Japan. What can you do? I do have Aziz and Suzuki, but difficult to call that. And actually sneaked a reward in this one. So again, Olofsson was benched, so pretty frustrating, but picked up a few good scores. It would just be a low tier 5 super rare, but sometimes with these guys, under 23 wise particular, it can be pretty useful. So I'm just refreshing here to see if the rewards are available. So yeah, can't complain in a international week like that to pick up so many rewards. Picked up a few Ethereum rewards as well. So there we go. So let's get stuck into it, and then we'll have a wee look maybe at the EPL for the weekend fixtures, etc. So coins, building them up. See on the pitch notes, it's mention of collectors being able to access jerseys, etc. So that's pretty exciting as well. 3,000 coins, but more of a quiet weekend. A couple of rewards in the academy. I think that's the academy rewards over now, so been directed at the EPL thing, etc., which makes sense to me. Cap to 40 rare, picking up 40 quids worth of Ethereum in that. So 0.025. So that's the thing, if you're taking your rewards in Ethereum value's dropped, so you're getting a bit more F. And if you want to store that up, thinking or believing it will go up, then that's always good. All-star rare, top 100. So again, you pick up something for top 100 there as well. And that's, seeing these sort of cash prizes, I'm taking Ethereum, but seeing these prizes and the EPL things really good actually. I think that's a big step forward. Cap 240 as well. To be honest, I never entered the 240 super rare, so that's a pretty good strike rate. Well, an excellent strike rate. Hit all of them. So cap 270 limited. So this was back to normal cap 270, none of the long term stuff. So Abdoulaye Diaby is tier 5, so not really expecting too much for that. England stack, tier 4 limited. Anna wins a German. Is not Kimmich, is it? No, it'll be Kimmich. Dennis Dressel. There we go, typical. English stack wins a German. Couldn't write it. And then the best reward should be this one. Tier 1 limited under 23. Again, that was a really nice result. Just sorry for wee Gavi getting injured. It's a shame. Sugawara. Nice. I actually just picked him up recently for this type of run as well, so that's pretty interesting. But he's scoring very well, and Japan have been in and out with the rotation, but he's now playing for his national team as well, which is good. So tier 3 rare and all-star rare, tier 2 in the under 23, So we'll open the tier 3s first. In fact, no, we'll go for a tier 5 super rare. It is a super rare, but it's the lowest tier, so we'll leave the highest tiers to last. Mexican defender from Atlas, Carlos Robles. I don't really know this guy, but as I said, getting some young super rares always a good thing. You just never know. These guys generally get some game time, and you know you've got time in your side for sure. So we'll do a cap to 40 rare as well. Tier 3 rare, which should be decent hopefully. I'm doing that's the Corey. Nice. Thought for a minute there it was Onana. That's pretty nice actually. I think that's good for two reasons. I'm pretty sure Mali are in the African nations, and AFCON's going to be covered, or AFCON it's called, not African nations, and a new EPL card, so that could be handy for the new EPL tournament as well. So good stuff. Tier 3 All-Star Rare. Is it Italian forward from Immobile? Ciro Immobile! Yes! Now I've got 2 Immobile cards, so I can get that Immobile tweet out every time he scores. I hope he doesn't bugger off to Saudi Arabia. There we go. That's pretty funny actually. He's one of my maxed out cards. Owned him for a long time, to be honest. So, and then we've got 2 tier 2s, under 23 rare plus, and under 23 rare. So a wee bit sore with no goalkeeper playing, but that's where it goes. Still had a really, really good weekend, all things considered. So we'll not be complaining. Well, I have been all day, but that's not the point. Belgian forward from Antwerp, Mikel Ange Balikwisha. Lovely. I've won him before. I think it was 5 or 6 months ago, and I kind of regretted selling him, to be honest, because he's been on good form. Antwerp, I think Europe as well. I think I'll probably keep him this time, to be perfectly honest. But that's a belter. That's a really good reward. So, no complaints. And then 7th under 23 rare, but a similar tier. I think pretty high up the tier 2 rares as well. So hopefully, be another good pull. We can smile. Brazilian, that's usually good forward. Feyenoord, Igor Paxal. Yes, lovely. Well, there we go. All's well that ends well. That's a really nice reward actually. Feyenoord been very good. Coming to Celtic Park soon as well, interestingly. Got a few Feyenoord cards too, so got Max Wiefer, Stengs, guys like that. So that's pretty interesting. And again, picked up 2 under 23 forwards, which are kind of not easy things to pick up. Pretty expensive, so that's pretty good. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. That's awesome. Really happy with that as a weekend. So again, just a wee bit of frustration, but I'm not moaning. It's just one of those things, quite difficult to call some of these international weeks. So have a wee look at the Premier League competition. So this is something been sort of targeting, buying some limited cards, building some teams, etc. So big weekend coming up. And this is a cap format as well, cap 270. So Man City against Liverpool, 12:30. See, everybody's moaning that Van Dijk's playing against Gibraltar, but that's the way it goes, in it. Luton versus Crystal Palace, so that's on Saturday as well. West Ham against Burnley, pretty good fixture for West Ham, so that's good for your Ward-Prowse holders, etc. I don't actually have him. I tried to get him and then he just went bonkers. Newcastle against Chelsea, so again, another 3 o'clock, it'll be a pretty good match. Nottingham Forest against Brighton. See, I think Matoma's out, so Brighton are a funny team because they rotate a lot, and it's quite hard to sort of call who's going to start. Obviously, with that rotation, so the name of the game of rotation. Sheffield United against Bournemouth. Very good home game. I actually picked up on Ollie Norwood recently, really really cheap, and that looks a bit mad. Buying guys like Ollie Norwood, but Sheffield United probably will go down, and he was only like 17 quid, and he takes pens and stuff for Sheffield United, so reasonable cap option there as well, although equally Bournemouth could beat them as well, but you'd expect Sheffield United to be up for it at home. Brentford against Arsenal, quite a tricky one for Arsenal. Brentford are sort of got a funny team as well, pretty good at home. Tottenham against Aston Villa, so that's going to be an interesting game. Spurs hitting a wee bad spell, but they're at home. And Villa are a pretty good team overall. Everton against Manchester United, again, interesting one. Manchester United have actually been on reasonable form. considering all the injuries, etc. But Everton usually up for it at home, and Fulham against Wolves as well. So, and that's the 27th, so up with the Monday night football game. So you'll probably do a wee bit of lineup building for this. Just reverting back to this brilliant tool that sorare probabilities got. Just pulls down obviously all the data from your own players, etc. And you can have a look at things like forecast, which is sort of runs of games for certain teams, etc. So not really been sort of using this so much just now, but something probably quite good for the overall sort of competition for the 270. So you can sort of pick out certain teams here and have a look and see what the expected goals are and all that sort of stuff. So that's quite a good part of the tool in terms of team fixtures as well. Clean sheet probabilities, XG, XTG is expected team goals, and win percentages. So Celtic obviously right up here in terms of the fixture for the weekend, so that's great. I know that's not relevant to the EPL thing. So having a look down here, Celtic, Feyenoord, AZ, Bayern Munich, it's all pretty interesting stuff there. No real English teams appearing there actually. So again, that's thing, I suppose, with the EPL side of things, that it's more sort of even. In terms of looking at the sort of caps, etc. as well. So you can filter this to certain competitions. I think Champions on it, but I'm not sure that EPL is actually on it at the moment. So that's maybe something to speak to a gal about. It'd be good if you could select the EPL. That would be pretty nice. At the moment, I've got this set to max score of average score of 45. That's just because I've been having a look at cap options for the 220. So these are guys who only have an average of 45. So see guys here appearing like Rensch, gets a game for Ajax. Bosco Satalo, interesting one for Zagreb. Paulo Bernardo, projected score 89. That's pretty high, to be honest. So I'm not sure he'll start for Celtic. But definitely be some Celtic players about. Ollie Norwood, so as I mentioned, on pens, pretty good home game as well there. And out with the EPL, Vincent Janssen. So really low cap cost guys here who could be quite interesting for the 220. And then guys like Immobile have just won. So that's interesting. So what we'll do is we'll have a wee look and I think just play about with some lineups of the EPL, because there's a lot of buzz about this. I know a lot of people will be looking at it, and we're going for a sort of cap format, and I'll just kind of give you a bit of an explanation in terms of the guys I've bought as well. So first things first, goalkeeper wise, picked up a new Alisson. So just to match in with the collection, those Liverpool away cards, which I really like. I don't really have any specific team in England, to be honest, just Celtic and only Celtic. But yeah, I do like watching Liverpool. Picked up Bernd Leno as well, because obviously guys like Ederson, Ederson's picking up a wee bit of an injury at the moment. I expect him to be back, but he's the older season card. And remember, for this competition, you need 4 new season guys. Jordan Pickford I picked up because obviously he's the England goalkeeper as well, so going all turncoat there. So those are the guys, the main options. I guess first team, I think with Man City and Liverpool playing each other, then you're probably going to go for attacking players there, guys like Salah, Haaland, all that sort of stuff. So I think one stands out to me, probably be Leno or Pickford. So let's have a look actually and see. We'll filter this back to 100 and see how the goalie scores stack up. It's just be interesting to see the projected scores or predicted scores for guys like this. So Alisson predicted on a 38. Interesting. Nobody really appearing here at the moment. I don't know why that is. Maybe just because the way the fixtures are working out. So nobody really appearing. It's probably just going on choice here. So I think Fulham at home to Wolves. Bernd Leno is well capable of beating 50s overall, I would have said. In terms of defenders, went quite heavy on the Liverpool sort of collection, which was a deliberate thing, but it's probably not the weekend for it. Pedro Porro is an interesting one because with Maddison been out, he was taking the set pieces last game. So I really like him as a defender option at 55. Remember, cap 270, the average is round about 55. Mavropanos, really good one as well. Playing for Greece and everything at the moment. Needs to be fixture specific as well, but Burnley away is a pretty good fixture there, so I think that's one he could really do a good score in that game. Oh, pressing the wrong buttons here. So I'll probably be using him in something else. I think I'm going to go with this team, go for Pedro Porro. Kind of going for a Spurs result, I guess, from that point of view. So in terms of avoiding the big game, this Man City and Liverpool game, I don't think there'll be too many people predicting clean sheets or anything in that, but it could be tight, two big teams. Son, excellent for South Korea as well there today. So, he's probably going to go in as the guy for the forward card. Sorry, I was interrupted by a moaning 6-year-old there. Yeah, so Son, probably a captain option there at home. Forward card, and remember in the 270, captain gets 50% bonus. So we'll get a remaining cap cost of 51. Mavropanos might make his way into this team actually. So guys like Saka, if you could fit him in, it'd be pretty interesting. We'll look and see what we've got defenders wise. Can actually use one new season card now as well, which is pretty interesting. So, sorry, I'm not looking at defender, I'm looking at mid. So, Amadou Onana never actually made the squad for Belgium, so that's a bit of a concern. Cole Palmer, pretty interesting one on pens. Højbjerg's guess at home. Ollie Norwood, as I said, his cap cost creeping up now, but he was ultra cheap. I mean, that card was only like £1 or something, like so cheap, unbelievable. Mudryk, I guess, pretty reasonable option for the caps. Bentancur, pretty interesting one. Somebody that can maybe enable you to get somebody else, and I think he's going to get more game time now for Tottenham. I think he's probably going to play for Uruguay midweek as well. But with Spurs having Maddison out, I think he'll probably nail a place in the team soon. So we're looking at the sort of general predictions for playsharper, etc. See if Spurs guys fancy him starting. And I picked up a Matoma because I thought he would be excellent for a competition like this. I think I'll go with Cole Palmer. And then for the last position, still leaves a cap cost available of 53. We'll see who we can fit in. So it's going to have to be a new card now as well. So that's kind of interesting thing. Gakpo, quite a tough game away at Man City. Very capable though, Cody Gakpo. Again, I'm overlooking some cards here because they're not the new cards. I don't want to play Cunha against Bernd Leno, so that's not going to be one I want to play. That just doesn't make sense. So guys like Ansu Fati, pretty good option against Nottingham Forest. I think with this lineup, I'm going to go with Edouard against Luton because that lines up pretty well. Luton not really up to much. No offence, Luton fans. So Bernd Leno at home to Wolves, Pedro Porro on sets. Son should hopefully be buzzing after that good performance for South Korea. French Eddie, as we used to call him, pretty good chance of getting the result. And Cole Palmer, 50 cap costs, on pens for Chelsea and been getting lots of goals and assists, which is quite interesting. I'm not going to do a lot of lineup building because it's really early in the week, but I'm going to finish just with play sharper stuff, just a wee chat through on Celtic. So I always like to give people information on this. So Joe Hart nailed, no real user anything on him, pretty straightforward. Alistair Johnson, so you see I've kind of downgraded the defence slightly. Johnson's away with Canada just now. And he has had a few rests recently though, so I think he'll be okay game time wise. Carter Vickers and Phillips. Well, Vickers played 2 games for US, so that's probably not what you want as a Carter Vickers holder. But last game was yesterday, so it should be enough of a gap before Saturday. Liam Scales also played international wise, but seems to be in good fitness in general at the moment. Centre back, so probably not expending as much energy. Greg Taylor's an interesting one. Rodgers doesn't seem to fancy Bernabei at all, just gets no game time. Greg Taylor played both games for Scotland, so that's maybe not so good. Callum McGregor, again, also played for Scotland, but he plays in that base in midfield and, seems to be able to play the games and conserve energy, which is good. Matt O'Reilly got some minutes for Denmark in the second game, 60 minutes, so he'll be fit. I think everything looks good there. Turnbull, so this is an interesting one. Is it Turnbull, Odin home? Turnbull came on and scored the last game, so you know it's. I think I'll be using him, to be honest, because even if he doesn't start, he's dangerous at getting the decisive. Yang was superb last game for Celtic, so I'm pretty much expecting that he'll start on the right wing. I'd be hugely shocked if he doesn't. Furuhashi got a real terrible knock. Well, not knock, concussion. So really waiting in the press conference for that. It wouldn't really surprise me if he started with home, came on, scored a couple of goals. So I don't think that would be the most outrageous decision. But Furuhashi's the main man when he's firing and he's fit. He was withdrawn from the Japan squad, so he's had the 2 weeks, but we'll need to see what Brendan Rodgers says. And Luis Palma, still got him at 95%. He did pick up a wee knock with Honduras. I think he missed second game. But he doesn't have a sorare card. So I don't think it's that relevant. I guess if you want to take a huge risk for the caps, etc., you can start with James Forrest or even O. Lower cap cost. And he should get some game from the bench, even if Furuhashi starts, you would imagine, as well. So there we go. So packed in a lot in 20 minutes there. I'm pretty happy with the pools, which is brilliant. I'm really excited about the Premier League prize pool and everything coming up. You see here as well, sorare have been releasing stuff like the pitch notes. So that's pretty good. There's going to be a collections event, so that's interesting. That'll probably suit me, being a maniac with the Celtic cards. You can see when a manager's online, so nice wee quality of life thing there. Now have the player's date of birth on the site, which is important. Really something probably should have been implemented before, but nice wee improvement. There's going to be some new faces tomorrow, so maybe we'll have a Palma card by the weekend, who knows. But we're going to be getting new faces every other Tuesday, so it's good to know that. And people who have a previous season collection will get their rebadge back as well, which again probably shouldn't have been taken away in the first place, but it's nice to see those updates. So there we go. I don't think I'm going to be doing a lineup builder for the weekend now. That's probably going to be it for me, just get a quite busy week ongoing again. But we'll be back with some more lineup building and everything for next week, and hopefully some more rewards. But anyway, thanks very much for watching. If you're playing this weekend, good luck and go fuck.